finally I'm not working, so we don't have like rush. I got a half hour type of thing. And got the whole list ready here. So,
Right on. I did see that Anointed just went live, so we might lose a few viewers.
oh, on Instagram.
Yeah.
Okay. Um, Correct me if I'm wrong. Anointed is not out of Alaska, right?
Not that I'm aware of.
Because there is another company called Anointed.ak, and I believe
AK, yeah.
they're
Yeah.
from Alaska.
Yeah.
Got it. What's up, Rex? You are the first one.
I don't see
There's
any chat
Angel.
in here. There it
No?
is. Okay. Angel, Hunter, Joshua. There we go. That took a minute to load the chat for me. I don't know what just happened there. What's up, boys? Oh,
Yeah.
coffee, living the dream, day
Yeah.
off.
I had to switch from coffee to some soda pop here, so.
Nope, not here.
No, you don't drink soda?
Not really. I'm sure you saw my Instagram post yesterday with my energy drink there. I was like, my caffeine for the day after 3 cups of coffee.
Would let me join?
You want me to try it again? Wouldn't let me join. So I
Oh,
don't think that Chris and I are able to have another person because last time we tried that it wouldn't work. But you're more than welcome to try if you really want to, man. What's up, Chris?
no,
Mr.
true north.
Ricks?
Yeah, I don't know. We tried to have Lee as a guest, not last week, but I believe it was the week before.
Yep.
But we'll figure it out. I'll do some more research. I haven't really had the time to do anything because of kids going back to school and just a bunch of different things going on here. So,
Mm-hmm.
what's in beard, Kyle?
Nothing yet.
Nothing yet.
Nothing yet. Smash that like button.
Yeah, smash that
Yeah.
like.
I had to take the time between Brewers and Mine's show and our show. I went
Uh-huh.
back to my giveaway video the other day, and it took me like an hour to write everybody's name out and put it into a box. Dude, there were a lot of entries.
Really?
Yeah, dude. What's up, Dagan?
What's up, Dagan? Well, for me, I have the luxurious bastard harvester oil and butter in today.
Oud berry oil and balm for me.
Okay.
What company is that? Oud berry oil and balm. Joshua, balm.
Wait, he said balm?
He said balm. Joshua.
I didn't catch that until you just said it.
What? You still use balm?
I mean, to each their own.
Sure. I'm just not a fan. My beard feels so crusty and I don't know. I don't enjoy the feeling of balm. It's just not something I like. Don't get me wrong. So don't misconstrue what I'm saying. Some companies they're are what?
He has luxurious bastard Outberry oil and balm in.
Ah, okay. There are some companies that some of their balms aren't exactly like what you and I would normally think as a balm per se. They do use a less portioned beeswax, but it's still a balm. Whether it's extremely hardened like a normal balm would be, it's just not something I enjoy.
I found that with a shorter beard, I enjoyed balm. I enjoyed balm better than butter, but that's only with a short beard. When you get a when if you're trying to like get a long or rock a long beard, I just don't like, the balm.
At that point in time, why would you have to use balm for a short beard? Like you wouldn't have to style it and hold it together, if you have a very short beard.
I think it was just that extra like conditioning soft feeling, and, and because like butter, like I don't know, when I used butter on a shorter beard, my beard, it wasn't long enough, like it got too close to the skin and just made my beard feel greasy.
Okay.
So yeah, it was kind of like a weird thing. So
Yeah, that kind of sounds different. I wouldn't
what's
I
up,
wouldn't
brewer?
picture that. What's up,
Mark?
dude? Welcome back. Welcome back, Mark. Hey, man, I know that you said that you wanted to catch our earlier show for Brewer and I. It is out on YouTube. Go ahead and check that out after we get done. Whatever. Yeah, just thought I'd throw that out there. Balms help train the beard to stay down. Well,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
I'll be honest. Brewer does use balms, and I don't know, like the way he styles. Like I watched his reels and the way he, used the balm and everything. Like he gets his like so perfectly to go like straight down.
Mm-hmm.
So I actually, Brewer, if you could comment down in the obviously the comments, how long would someone have to use balm to get that trained shape per se? Because I'm really if what you're saying has like facts behind it, I will consider doing like a trial of using straight oil and balm, and then like do a video on that, and like obviously tag you and give you the credit for it. Like I would take no credit at all.
So
um
here's a thought to that. Can I just add one quick thing?
yeah,
So do you ever use like a heated brush or like a what do you call those things? Like a hair blow dryer or whatever?
so I have experienced, yep, Kyle is over 200, and yep, I'm making the push. I don't want to say slow and steady because that sounds so bad, but I am climbing,
Yep.
and
I
obviously congratulations to Kyle,
Oh, thanks,
obviously.
brother. I did put out a
Absolutely.
post. Did you see I put a community post out for you?
Yes, thank you.
Okay,
I
cool. Yeah,
appreciate
yeah.
that.
Whatever I can do to help, brother. Just
Um,
trying to do my best. But yeah,
right.
as I was saying, do you ever use either a blow dryer or a heated brush to like really straighten out your beard at all?
So I've used the blowout technique for a blow dryer,
Okay.
and personally, I don't like it.
Okay.
It doesn't really straighten my beard at all. It just makes it look a lot thinner than what it actually is.
Yes, I do understand exactly what you're saying there. Yes.
So it like, I mean, granted, it gives me like some volume, but I just
Mhm.
don't the thinning look.
So as you were saying, oil and the balm, right? So I'm
Yeah.
saying that if you did straighten that and then use that balm, if that's what you were going to do, maybe that would help suffice, do something different that maybe just like the oil butter wouldn't do. I don't know. I think a heated brush is good for short beard, but blow dryer for longer beard. See, I don't have a blow dryer, so I just have um my Aberlite Pro.
Gives it weight, so that helps. I don't think it feels heavy though. I use a heat brush as well. So
Yeah.
I've tried a heated brush before and I didn't like it.
Hurrah!
What's up,
You
Tara?
you didn't like it,
So
you said?
I did not like it. So I'm wondering, just using balm and like training my beard that way, of just like you like, because obviously the longer you grow, weight and gravity takes its natural course.
Mhm.
All right, hold on. I missed that comment there. Use a balm for a month and see what it's like. See, I would have to try it without the heated brush and blow dryer because I've tried both butter with a blow dryer, and I've also tried balm with a blow dryer, and I did not
Okay.
like either.
Okay.
So I'm wondering because honestly, I've never used balm on a consistent basis. When I first tried balm, um, thank you, Tara.
Yeah, much appreciated. Wow, did you see what he said? 12-inch beard here and still use balm. Wow,
Okay,
bro.
respect for you know.
That is a big beard, bro.
Yeah, I'm about at 9
What?
inches right now.
I
So,
think I've got like maybe 6, maybe 7 if I'm lucky.
right. Um, but yeah, I when I first started using balms, I did the trial because the first company I ever tried was Badass Beard Care, and with
Mhm,
their samples, they give you a dram of oil and a little container of balm.
mhm,
Once I found out there was beard butters, I kind of like fizzed out on the balm.
mhm.
So,
No! What's up,
hey, what's
Evan?
up, Notable Beard Co?
Hey,
Thanks for
you
joining.
guys.
God, that makes me want to watch the Goonies now.
Right? You're welcome.
um, but I will take you up on that, Brewer, for sure. I starting tomorrow, I will mark it on the calendar. 30 days. I will use a beard balm and oil in the morning. Obviously, I won't use it at night. It's just pointless to do that. Um, unless I'm like trying to style in my sleep and then go off into like a outer space, mental world, like Total Recall style.
Mhm. Well, you guys
but
give me beard envy with like your 12-inch beards, your 10-inch beards. Like, goddamn, dude, share the
uh,
wealth.
let's see. I hit a year back in June, so let's see, July, August. So in December will be a year and a half for me,
Okay.
and I'm doing no trims since this past June. See where that kind of like my beard is at that point to determine what I do next. I'm like most of the time when I go to the barber, I get a skin fade. I have them
Mhm. So do I.
like blend into my sideburns, and then I kind of like they kind of just go around and take the split ends,
Yep.
that type of
So
thing.
do I.
And it kind of like I know it was a joke, but I'm like was paying very close attention. He goes, "What if I accidentally just started shaving your beard off?" And I was like, "I'm gonna grab them buzzers. I'm gonna wrap them around your neck. Is what I'm gonna do."
Yep. Yep.
Really?
Let's
You were in
see.
a Capitan's beard competition? That's cool.
Tandem truffle shuffle, guys. Go. No, absolutely not. I haven't seen that in forever. I visited Astoria, Oregon. Oh, bro, I want to go to Astoria so bad. Not just
I hear a
because
lot of good things.
yeah, but not just because the Goonies was filmed there, but I'm sure that a lot of you know that I'm a paranormal like junkie. Um, Astoria, Oregon has an underground which is said to be like insanely haunted. So I want to go there so badly. I
Well,
was
hey,
like,
if you didn't pay attention to the meme that I posted in my stories, they say if you ever fart so bad that you on haunt a house, so maybe you could do.
I don't know how you guys do it. I hate sleeping with 20-inch hair already. I went to the Goonies house too. That's awesome. That's pretty
It's
bad.
funny that you mentioned that sleeping with a long beard can be very ex- it could be quite the experience. I will say that much because now when I'm like sleeping on my sides, I'm literally like grabbing my beard and having to like pull it as I turn because I'm like tugging on it, and especially
Yeah,
with seatbelts.
yeah.
Seatbelts are now becoming an issue.
My terminal length seems to be at 14 inches, but lately I've been keeping it at 12. Mine
Okay.
hasn't like been lengthening like growth wise. It's just been like filling, you know?
Mhm.
I don't know. I guess it's just how my beard grows.
Yeah. I kind
Whatever,
of
I'll
like
rock it.
mine was like thickening, but now it's just kind of like going like this.
Mhm.
So I don't know.
Rock what you
So
got.
on my
I
hair
fit the
makes
gloves.
us hurt.
Yeah, me too.
What's worse, slamming your finger in a car door, or slamming your hair in a door? Like, oh
Oh, I'll choose hair all day long. My
yeah, I
daughter's
don't.
the worst when I have a long beard, lots of grabs and tugs. Bro, I'm
Yeah,
sure.
my son not too long ago, we were in the grocery store, just randomly grabs my beard and tugs on it like horse reins, and it hurts so bad.
Bro, find a new job. That sucks. I had a job like that once and I was so pissed. Like, that's why I stopped shaving.
I told him that. I said, you know what? You got to find some place that doesn't care. And me
Like,
being a driver, I get compliments all the time. It's like
mhm,
this one guy, he looks at me, he's like, I like the beard, or random ladies be like, wow, you got a really big beard, and it's like, it
mhm,
kind of makes you feel good, and then because sometimes like we have beard days, and other people don't see what we see,
mhm,
so it goes a long way with the
mhm.
compliments.
Like, unless your job pays you like uber well, like, no.
You
No.
Even then though, like that's my appearance. Like I will go to
Oh
the
yeah.
ends of the earth and
Yeah.
say to any employer that my appearance does
Yep.
not define my work ethic.
No.
I could have this long beard and work harder than 90% of your crew on your floor at this moment.
Well, I mean, here's one thing I was telling Brewer earlier. I didn't mention like the shaving part of it, but when I used to work at a hospital, when
Mhm.
I first got that job, it was just in like the infancy of COVID. And so that's when they were like really paranoid and all up in arms. And, you got to only wear whatever to like, have that seal or tightness around like your chin and jaw, whatever. Like the HR lady was like, yeah, you can't have that beard. And I like looked at her like she had three eyes. And she's like, do you want a tissue? I was like, I just might. Like, that's not okay. You
Right?
know?
They don't understand. Like I try to compare it the best way I can without trying to send like the wrong message. But like
Oh, you're
women
a manager, so.
women who constantly like do their nails and get pedicures
Mm-hmm.
is like a guy with his beard buying beard products.
Yep.
It just like and the beard industry, like I knew nothing about it. Like even back when companies started in 2014, 2015, I've
Mhm,
never seen it. Like it wasn't advertised like it is now.
mhm.
So I mean, like it's only gonna get bigger
Yep.
from here
Hunter
on out.
said that, the good thing about my job is I see plenty of people with good beards. I'm a manager, so well, that's almost even worse. If you're the manager, shouldn't you have more say as to, like, having a beard?
When I worked at KFC, I told them straight up that I wasn't shaving. I said I'll leave. And the district manager said, I have no problem with the beard, just as long as when the people come to inspect the place, you got to wear a beard now. I was like, okay,
Sure, sure.
that's better than cutting it off.
I've done that too. I had to work through the mask wearing COVID, working in healthcare, and he didn't have to shave. Now, I should note, 2 weeks after I got hired at the hospital, they were like, "Oh yeah, we don't care." And I was like, I'm sorry? Like, you just took 2.5 years away from me to tell me you don't care 2 weeks in." So that's when I stopped shaving again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, they say like it'll grow back, but
It's that time that it took.
it takes a lot of time. Like for me to actually like when I shaved it off after
Yep.
6 months because,
Yep.
job situations and stuff like that, it took me 3 months to actually feel comfortable again,
Yep.
to actually like get some substantial growth and whatnot.
Yep. It takes about
Um,
6 months to a year to, like, really see anything,
yeah,
really. I definitely don't
yeah, I
miss the
don't miss
mask.
the mask at all. Yeah,
Not to change the subject on anybody, but does everybody see that, like, COVID is, like, becoming a thing again? Like, yeah, yeah, yeah. See your reaction right there? Like, I had the exact same reaction when I was watching YouTube last night. They're like, "Oh, the new updated vaccines." I'm like, "Again? Again?"
the only thing I'm gonna say, because this could become the rest of the stream, and I don't want to make it about that, but this is what I'll say. I don't care if people like choose to get a vaccine and how you think about it. That is your opinion. I'm not going to disagree with you. I'm not going to
Yep,
argue with you. I
yep,
will just say to each their own.
yep,
But for
personal
me
choice.
personally, I do not want to be forced to take a vaccine that I do not feel comfortable with,
Yep,
that I am not, for. I will not force my kids to take it. I will leave the option up to them. I'll be like, listen, there's a vaccine out there. Do you want it? If I hear a no, that's the end of it. We will never bring it up again.
yep. So I had to working in the hospital. It was a mandated thing, otherwise we were all fired. Um,
Right.
so
That's
I had to get every single one of them.
right.
Let's see here. What kind of coffee am I drinking? Joshua, were
That's a
you not
good
in
point.
Brewer and Mine's coffee thing earlier? I am drinking Blackout. I see
COVID
other.
is never going to go away, just
Nope,
like the flu, just
nope.
like upper respiratory infections, common cold, stuff like that.
Yep.
It's just,
Chilling. I see other
it's
people with
just,
facial hair but not long beards. I'm actually thinking about getting a new job. Shh. Like I'm gonna tell somebody, but I need to find something that works for me and my family. Uh,
you got to do what you got to do. And you got to think about like
bro, so do
my
I,
wife
Mark.
straight. My wife straight up told me when I left KFC, she goes, "You got to find somewhere to where you can have your beer
Yeah.
because
Yep.
she likes
Yep.
it. She didn't want me without it, so that was that."
Yeah. Mark, yeah, I live in a college town too, dude. I actually work at the college, so yeah.
Um, so let's get to the next topic of mixing scents, which I kind of did a short video of mixing EDC's. What was it that I had? The Bazooka Joe beard oil
Yep.
with the Drunken Apples beard butter.
Yep.
And Lee had commented and said, "You're crazy, man." But he goes,
Yeah.
"How did it smell?" And I'll be
Yeah.
honest,
You said it
bubble
smelled really
gum,
good.
it smelled amazing.
Yeah, I commented on that post too.
It was so good. Like I've already mixed like True North's Granny Smith oil with their Viking blend butter, which is
Sure.
like cinnamon apples with the Granny Smith apples. And obviously some scents are just going to be absolutely ridiculous, shouldn't be mixed whatsoever. But like,
Sure.
I feel like,
Yep.
yes, he has a Bazooka Joe scent, and I will tell you it is my favorite scent, hands down.
My kid just said UNC, Chris.
Uncle Chris.
What?
Uncle Chris.
Wait. What? What is UNC? That's
It's
where I work.
abbreviation for uncle.
Ah, I was like, that's where I work. I was like, did somebody tell you? um, yeah. So Bazooka Joe was one of his first standouts to me as well. But since then, I have pretty much every scent that he's put out.
Mhm.
And so there are definitely other ones. That Drunken Apples is definitely one of them. The Halloween for me is really, really dope. I like that one a lot.
I
Um,
don't know if I've tried that one yet.
which one? Halloween?
The I've tried one of them. This is why I haven't done a review yet, because there are a couple samples that I still want to try.
Sure.
and then kind of dictate like what scent I really want to like put out. But right now, Bazooka Joe is winning as my favorite scent. It doesn't take away from the other ones, but that one's just so good. And
Mhm.
Bazooka Joe, for anyone who doesn't know, used to be gum that I guess my dad told me you can get for like a penny. And
Yeah,
then
I
they
do.
had the comic strips as the wrapper on the inside.
Yep. And they used to do, like, baseball cards too when I was a kid.
Yeah.
I miss the '90s so much.
Yes. Yes.
I
And
wanna hear
it's
from
hard to
anybody in the
find that
chat.
gum too.
I wanna hear from people in the chat. Do you guys ever, like, mix your different scents with, like, maybe a different company's oils, a different company's butter? I wanna
Yeah.
hear from you guys, like, do you ever do that? Get curious as to what different scents together might smell like. Would love to hear your guys' feedback, unless you counted unscented butter with a scented oil. Um, that's a hard one. What would you say?
Um,
Because it's not a scent. Like you're putting a scent on something that's fragrant free.
yeah, I've done that. Um, but I mean, like, I
I
don't
wouldn't
really
count that.
have a lot of unscented things. The only unscented things that I have is a Artius Man beard butter, a True
Yep.
North beard balm, and I think a CBD oil from Fable, and I think that's it. I'm not a fan of
The
unscented. Like
Chris
I'm a scented guy. What's up, sockeye?
cooking on the grill with Sam Adams Oktoberfest. Isn't it a little early? All good. Glad you're enjoying it. Actually, Oktoberfest is probably one of my favorite beers. So cheers to that.
Yeah, so I mean, like I've mixed it, even different companies. Like I'll use like a different oil from, say, Luxurious, and then like a butter from, I don't know, True North, or
Yep.
um, I haven't done that too much, but I've done it like once
Yeah.
or twice.
Yeah. There was
I kind
actually
of like,
one back when I was still kind of learning and I didn't have the collection I have now. There were two that I would mix all the time because it was so good. Did you
yeah,
ever try Fresh Beards?
the company. No, I don't think so.
Okay, so I have a dark roast beard butter from them and an oil actually, but I would use Beard Octane's apple pie, their beard oil,
Uh
and
huh.
then I would take Fresh Beard's dark roast butter and I would put them both in my beard. Oh, bro, it was like dessert at night. Like it was great. I will be doing unscented and calling it chum. For real, not to be derogatory, but a little fun. What you think? Chump is a type of salmon. Don't you do that to like attract sharks? Put chum in the water?
I mean, what comes to mind for me is when you say chum, I think of plankton in the chum bucket.
That too. Or chum leaf from Pawn Stars.
Or yeah, that.
So,
But yeah, I
Chris.
mean, Brewer said he wasn't a fan of mixing scents, by the way, earlier.
Okay.
He said
I, I
absolutely not.
I didn't. It's not something I do regularly, but it was just something that kind of made me curious. Like sometimes I used to when I didn't have quite a whole lot of things yet in my collection that I enjoy putting together. And then I really became kind of a fan of not wearing an oil without the butter, which will
Right.
bring us to another topic later on. Um, but it's just something that I'm generally not a huge fan of. Um, but yeah, chum is bloody fish parts. Yeah, see, to attract sharks, you put chum in the water.
See, I don't know. I mean, mixing scents, it obviously it's got to somewhat make sense. And
Yep.
some of the things that I have, I just don't have matching stuff for. So, um, like for the
Which
camo beard butter I have, obviously True North didn't make an oil with that, so
okay.
I just have the butter. So,
Yep. So then you've got to
mixing
find
that,
something.
find something that like mixes well with the lemongrass, citronella, and that one's going to be tough, but I will figure it out. I will figure it out, believe me.
So there is a company, I don't know if they still have the product, but have
Mm,
you ever heard of Honor Initiative?
yes, I have.
So they had a product called Repel,
Hmm.
and that was a citronella scent.
Hmm. Okay.
Mhm. Just putting it out there for you.
Yeah, I mean, I don't
Taking
know
a
if you've
look
seen
here
my
last night.
post. I don't know if you've seen my post, but because of financial reasons and just I kind of find it a little more unnecessary now. Unless I really, really have the extra money to spend, I'm
Mhm.
not gonna like doing no more like buying from different companies. Like I'll be
Okay.
kind of using and sticking with what I know works, which is like EDC, True North,
Mhm.
Luxurious.
Mhm.
Um, and there I think there's a couple others. Right, Angry Redhead Grooming was basically the last one that unless like I said to Chris and a couple others from True North,
Yeah.
that if a company's willing to send me like a sample, or someone's willing to like say someone in the family is willing to give me something from another company, then obviously I'll try it and I'll do a
Sure.
review and I will tell you, whether it you know I'll give you my thoughts on it. But just at the stage um that I'm in, and
Right.
like my knowledge and how many companies that I've tried, it's just I don't know. I just don't feel like it's necessary right now. I need to find like other types of content I can do with what I have, and I can still like boost companies. That's
Sockeye.
Yeah, yeah, that's cool, man. I actually got pleasure talking with him. I think it was last week, and kind of seeing what the direction that he's heading and what his plans are.
Chris is a good dude, man. He sent me 2 oils. Um, I'll wait until we're ready to talk about just like oils wearing that kind of thing. But yeah, um, I still have a few companies on my list that I really want to try out. I really want to try out Jay's essential oils. He's got a lot that I'm curious about. Um,
Yes.
and then
Mhm.
I really want to try out Five Boroughs Grooming. That's
Heard a lot of
definitely
good
on my
things.
list.
There's just, I mean, if I had, if I had so much money to waste, I don't mean like waste as in
No, I
a
get
bad
what you're
term.
saying.
If I had, more money at my disposal, God, my collection would, from what I showed, like my oils and my butters, it would it would be so freaking huge. It would be ridiculous, to be
Yeah,
honest, because
yeah,
I have so many companies that I would love to try. Don't get me
yep,
wrong,
yep.
but and Sakai said they would be willing to send me a sample, and I greatly appreciate that. Like, and I didn't mean to put it in a term like you have to send me a sample and then I'll tell you my thoughts. Like, I don't want that to be misconstrued. Like,
No, I think people
I
understand
just
what you're
mean,
saying.
yeah, like I'm just saying, like, if a company is willing to like do that for me and help my, the channel, the
Yep,
platform, I
yep,
will go to the ends of the earth to, help your business out, because that's just, the beer community is just to help everyone out. And, it's like a safe haven, a man cave for, us beardsmen out there to,
yep.
connect and stuff
Sure.
like that. So, let's go over the next topic. Obviously, you just had the coffee review stream with Brewer.
Yes, sir.
And do you use creamer or no?
I do not. Absolutely not.
Okay, I could have swore you did.
Nope. I drink my
You-
coffee like my soul.
Straight up black, right?
Damn right.
So I guess this is more of comments, to see if how if you do drink coffee, what is your go-to creamer flavors in your coffee?
Go
For
for it,
me,
guys.
For me, I've tried black multiple times. I just can't do it.
Yeah.
Maybe that's just because the coffee was bitter and I don't know, like Folgers, I couldn't do it. Maxwell House, I couldn't do it. Gas station coffee, couldn't do it. Hospital coffee, couldn't do it. I'm willing to try it again with the Black Rifle and see what happens. But honestly, I don't even do like an overdose of how some people do, where they put like 9 sugars and,
Oh God,
you know,
no.
to where your coffee is like almost white, you know? I
Yeah.
literally, I put my coffee in.
Your soul is sunshine and rainbows. Ah!
I put enough
Mm.
creamer in to just, get a little bit of flavor.
Black with little sugar if it's good coffee.
Heavy whipping.
So heavy whipping cream liquid?
I never heard of that before.
I mean, I know what heavy whipping cream is, but that is not something I would put in coffee. If I
Brewer
were to
said
use a
fruit
creamer, I
vanilla.
would do French. Honey over sugar. Wow, we're getting a lot of different responses here.
Yeah,
I would
that's it.
never put honey over sugar in my coffee. That is, I mean, all the power to you, Chris, but that's not me, bro. That is not a thing I would. Nope. Heavy
Heavy.
whipping in liquid form before you shake it. Yeah, I know what it is. It's just usually heavy whipping cream. You turn that into like some sort of like a
That's
whipped cream.
insane. Hunter says people do 15 and 15. That's just too much.
Why? Why?
You might as well just drink Kool-Aid.
Yeah, why? That's not even like I like my sugar with a little bit of coffee. Like, why?
Yeah. I mean, but like my go-to creamer flavors, like I've done like the cinnamon toast crunch cereal and stuff like that. Like I'll do like the weird, I'll try it. I'm not a fan of like peppermint in my coffee. I'm not a fan of like hazelnut. I just don't
See,
like
I love hazelnut coffee.
um
I
15
think
and
it's
15 is basically 15 sugars and 15 creams, Tara.
like at that point, like you're drinking like concrete. Like really.
Brewer said it takes about a week to get used to black when switching. Okay.
Sockeye, if you like espresso, blackout coffee. There you go. Just don't drink the entire pot like I did.
I have a question for you and Brewer.
Go for it.
Do Now I'm used to having creamer like in my coffee.
Yep.
Is the coffee more potent when you have nothing in it?
Depends on the coffee. Because seriously, some are just very average, and then you have other ones that are like really strong coffees. Depends on the company, depends on like the roast that it is. So yeah, I love peppermint coffee. I was a barista in my early 20s in Homer, Alaska. I would tell you to check out Bones Coffee Company. They do a lot of flavored coffees, and so that might pertain to you better. Yeah, 15 and 15 is
What I
insane.
mean, like, is like, do you get like I don't know how to word it. Like, for someone who drinks creamer like me, will the caffeine like hit me a lot quicker if I was to just drink it black rather than kind of mix it in?
Um, I don't necessarily know. I think I'd say so in comparison to having creamer, you taste more coffee when black. That I agree with. But whether or not it would hit you harder, I don't know. Because it's not like you're not used to drinking coffee. So
Right.
it would depend on like your tolerance in a sense as to how much coffee you normally drink. Um, the kind that you drink, whether it's highly caffeinated, whether it's not very strong coffee, no difference in caffeine. Yeah, it's just everyone's different. You know what I mean?
Right. Right.
It just depends on your tolerance, what kind of coffee it is, how much you usually drink.
Yeah,
Peppermint
I've
hot
had
chocolate.
Frappuccino. It's just way too sugary.
Yeah, that's mm, mm,
No thanks.
mm, mm. Peppermint hot chocolate is my go-to. Hey man, do you? Pour over definitely makes a better cup of coffee, in my opinion. See, I will disagree with you. Sorry, Joshua, but I'm not a pour over guy, man. It's just not my style. I'm glad it works for you. To each their own. It's just not my go to as far as making my cup.
Right, right. So I guess moving on. This one's gonna be kind of fun for everybody.
Let's do it.
Your essential top 5 things to take on vacation. And before anyone answers, clothes and shoes and suitcases and like all the normal things that you would need day to day do not count. I'm talking about like things that aren't normally looked at as like a regular thing to be using. So like top 5 things be like pocket knife, uh, just, weird odds and ends type of thing, marijuana. I don't know if that was like a, a response to what I just said, but
He also said, "Can we say Keurig style is a no go?" No, we definitely can't. That is my like. Don't touch my Keurig.
but like top 5 things like clothes, cell phone, that's all that stuff's a given. But like top 5 things like you have to bring that obviously won't find like say at a campsite or like
So
wherever.
here's a question though. Where are we going? It would depend on where, because
Okay.
different places, different climates, different like needs. There needs to be more. You know what I mean?
Okay, so we'll just plan out a scenario like you're pretty much planting yourself at a hotel and there's stuff that you're going to be doing around that set area.
I'm definitely bringing a pocket knife just because I always carry a pocket knife on me.
What's up, JP?
Um, I might bring some tools. You never know, like what could possibly happen. Car issues. You never know. So I'm definitely
Right.
going to grab some tools. Um, I'm definitely going to be bringing a lot of music with me because I can't drive without music. It's just deafening. Um, Of course, my beard products, I'm not leaving home without it. Um, I don't know. I'm not sure what else I'm bringing with me.
Okay. I mean, we
Molding
can switch it
paper
to top
hairs.
3 things if you can't think of 5.
Um, Probably my laptop or something like that. Like I need to, have a different option other than just my phone.
Hmm.
I think that would be it.
Okay. I mean, for me, it's almost similar. Like, I got to have my beard products.
Yep.
The hotel isn't going to supply them, nor would I trust what they have.
Yeah, right.
Um,
Selfie
I
stick with
always
those
bring
tiny
my
hands.
own body washes and shampoo because I have sensitive skin and I don't trust that the products that they have, like the bar of soaps and the little, lotions and shampoos and stuff like that. You know, I don't trust those. Um, and I think maybe the last thing I would bring would be, I guess it would be toothbrushes. I mean, granted, they have ones in there, but they're really, really cheap and they're like not soft bristled. I prefer soft bristle brushes. So,
Sure. Let's see, so a book, my Switch. I can't pick three more. Camping, I am going in a camper. Glamping, selfie stick, pocket knife, tiny hands.
I don't know what that one was supposed to
I don't
be.
either. Fanny pack and a selection of hats. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I would need music, a book, a way to shave my head, some form of nicotine and caffeine. Mark, I love it. Boston Scally is all you need. Guitar for music. I don't own one, Rick. Tiny hand. I still don't know what that is. Brewer, tiny hands, help me out.
Yeah, I'm struggling with that one myself.
They're a bit pricey, Brewer, but worth every penny. I'm like you, Brewer. Cap gang for life. I would for real bring a 6 pack of microbrew or margarita mix. Not my style, man. I'm not a margarita guy. Yeah, I'm gonna bring coffee. That's what I'm gonna bring. I'm bringing coffee.
Yeah, hotel coffee is not good at all.
It's not coffee. It's not.
It tastes like water. It's like almost like it's instant, and I've had instant, and it's no good.
Oh, oh, PTSD from instant coffee. Oh, has anybody else ever had instant coffee? God, that's so gross.
My
Ah,
dad used to do that, and I'll pass.
ugh. It makes
Tequila
me
makes
like,
it fall
ah,
off.
tequila makes my brain fall off. Okay, I want to see that happen then. That's an odd thing to say falls off. Mine just goes into like sleep mode. If the booze and cannabis jokes are too much, I am able to frame just him. Oh no, dude, you're fine, bro. Nobody
No,
cares. We're not
no,
judging anybody. This is a safe space. This isn't like Planet Fitness. Judgment
yeah.
free zone.
Just don't drop the weights or the lunk alarm will go off.
We should have like one of those like easy buttons or something.
So, the next topic is actually really funny because
Okay.
I had sent you and Chris from True North a picture, and your response was funnier than funny. You
Okay.
go, you were confused of the picture, like of basically my post.
Yep.
You were okay, but I think this should have something to do with you. And I'm like,
Well, it's
what
because
do
I've never seen you without a beard, bro. I didn't know it was you.
I'm like, what do you mean? I mean, like, these are me in the pictures. He goes, that's you. There's no way. I was like, that was me without a beard, bro.
I
I
wouldn't have known
basically
that.
posted, I have two pictures in the post of um, me in my bulking phase and then me when I was at my most shredded for bodybuilding. Like I can't say I've been bodybuilding for 15 years, but I have like, at least straight. Um, but I have the knowledge and experience with that nutrition, diet, and supplements,
Yep.
15 plus years. And the most strictest schedule I've ever had is when I lived down in Pennsylvania. I was going to the gym on top of working 8 to 10 hours a day, and then going back and forth from it's like they were literally 4 towns away. I was either riding bike or I was walking 14 miles a day and only sleeping like 3 4 hours, and that was
Definitely.
like an everyday thing. So I got down to 130 pounds shredded, and that was like it was miserable time though, honestly, to keep that peak physical appearance. It's miserable. Like it's
Cutting weight sucks, dude. I know exactly what you're talking about. When I used to do like kickboxing and MMA, you had to cut weight. You had to make sure that, whatever you were training for, you were like not going, well, not over, but like I think a pound or two wasn't considered, too awful bad for like the level I was in.
yeah,
Um, but yeah, I totally hear you about like having to train, cut weight, be in a certain shape. I totally
yeah.
follow you.
Brewer asked me what places in PA I lived. I actually lived in multiple different places. I was in Oliphant for a while, living with my sister, which is basically outside of like Dixon City, Scranton, that type of area. And then I moved to Edwardsville, which is basically like 20 minutes, a half hour from Wilkes-Barre. And then for a little bit of time, I lived in Nanacoke, PA, as well.
That place has the worst streets I've ever been in my life.
It truly does.
Highways suck. What
Yeah.
video drops do you have coming up? Go for it, Chris.
So tomorrow at 10 a.m. will be the drop of the Duke Cannon Beard Wash review.
Okay.
Um, I do have a video that will be coming soon of EDC's oil review, and their balm and butter as well that he sent me samples for.
Okay.
Um, let's see. I have a video that's going to be along with the beard season that's coming up, doing allergy testing for like someone who's new to beard products for oils and stuff like that. How to
Yep.
do allergy test, and because obviously you don't want to rub that stuff in your face and then just have like a huge blowout type thing.
Yeah, no,
Um,
that's why a lot of like the bottles or whatever from different companies say like test on like a small portion of like your skin.
yep.
Yep.
And then the only other one off the top of my head, like
Yeah.
these are kind of like what I'm doing in the next week or so, um, will be True North's Leatherhead as well.
Yep. Yep. I've got a two-part series coming up for them. But I'm gonna talk more about what I've got coming up. I can like briefly jump into it here, but I also want to talk about it on my live stream coming up later on today. Have you guys ever tried Jolly Old Fat Man? No, I have not tried Jolly Old Fat Man.
No, me
Um,
neither.
I mean, it's not one that I'm like really, really drawn to. It's not like a company that I'm absolutely trying to pursue right now.
I tried at one point, but the website was shut down, and then someone told me that now I this is what he said. This is obviously I can't just take one person's word for it.
Yep.
That he basically 1 minute like he decides that he wants to keep doing the stuff, and then another minute like he shuts down the website. People can't order. So like when I tried to pursue that the first time, there
Yep.
was no access to try to order it. And then when someone told me that, it kind of like withdrew me from even like going that direction.
Yeah, I haven't found anything of his that I'm like, oh, I really want to try that. That sounds really like intriguing or enticing for me.
Right.
It's just it's not really on my radar for me, anyways. It's
Right.
just not really my thing. But I have three companies that I'm going to be reviewing. Sockeye, you are one of them. The other two is Lucky Boy Beard Co.
Hmm.
and then an Etsy shop called Red Mountain Beard Company. So that's going to be my next three. And then, of course, I have a two-parter, like I just said, for True North. They had asked me to do one for just Leatherhead, and then
Hmm.
the other two that I have, which is the Coffee Beard and the Coffee and Caramel oil and butter as well. So I'm going to be doing two separate videos for True North.
Gotcha. Yeah, the only one that I had was the coffee beard. I didn't get the coffee and caramel.
Yep. I poured buffalo sauce direct from my bottle onto my potato wedges last night and every night. Was it Frank's? I also I'm gonna be doing a review on a band, my favorite band anyways. So
Hmm.
their new album drops on the 22nd, which I believe is Friday. Um
Yeah, I'm not sure the dates. I'm bad with them.
today's the 17th, tomorrow's the 18th, Tuesday's the 19th, Wednesday's the 20th, Thursday the 21st, Friday. Um And so I'm gonna wait to get that album and listen to that. and I have all of their other albums except for their very first one.
Right.
Their very first album right now is $150 going on both Amazon and eBay. So I'm out of that running for that. I love them to death, but I'm not paying that for a CD. Um, but I have every one of their albums after that, and so I'm gonna do like an evolution of their yes, Mark. Um, I'm gonna do an evolution of their music from the album that I started with, which was in 1999 to 2023.
I have this store that is near me. It's a music store. And if they don't have specific albums in their store, they will order it and then they will tell you when it's in the store. So
Nice.
if I can find Stain's first album for you and they can order it, I will send it to you.
Dude, yeah. Like I said, look on Amazon and look on eBay. That is going for $150. I'm like,
Maybe it's that hard to find.
and that's kind of what I thought, but I'm like, even if it's hard to find, it's a CD. It's not like it's a signed like vinyl, whatever, gold, platinum record, whatever. It's Stained Hunter, Staind.
Now, if it was signed by every single member of the band, then I could understand that.
So it's funny you say that, because their new album on a different website, they were advertising like a third party kind of like
Mhm.
website, and apparently they do have an album and or a CD case or whatever, supposedly signed by the band for $34.
Hmm.
Yes. See that look on your face? That's what I said. I was like, I don't understand. Like, how
Yeah,
is their first album that much? And then a signed album, like, way down there. You know what I mean?
something don't sound right there.
And that's what I said, is that one with Mud Shovel on it. Um, believe so. I do, I believe so. Sorry, my inner 12-year-old couldn't resist. Hey man, it's all good. No worries. That's a good band. Dude, it is not a good band. It is a fantastic band. Have
Yeah.
you heard their new singles yet? Oh my god.
I had to look them up and I couldn't find them, to be honest.
So I actually posted a picture. I don't know if you saw it or not. Um I was one of the comments on like a few of their videos, some of the new videos,
Uh-huh.
and they only chose like 10 comments, right? Mine was one of them, and they put it on their actual like Instagram official page or whatever. And the video has been seen over like 125,000 times. I was one of the comments.
That's awesome.
It was fantastic, made my year. Like,
Brody said I've stained my shirt before, but I prefer not to.
and I was actually at work when I saw that be posted on Instagram. And I'm not gonna lie, like I made the weirdest like noise you could possibly imagine that would come out of me. Like I actually did like a little like dance, whatever. Yeah. Yeah, I'm a weird one. It's
Hey,
okay.
man, God, I told my wife and my sister's like, it would be a really cool concert to go to because she's seen Rob Zombie, Godsmack, like,
Uh, not a
but
fan of Bernie Mac.
if I got to go to a Five Finger Death Punch concert,
Yep.
I would die
Yep. They come here quite often, actually.
because it's like I love Ivan Moody, but my favorite band member, and maybe it's just because, of the beard, my wife says, but Chris Kale, he has like these Viking braids and it just
Yep.
makes him look like a badass. But
Yep.
he's like my favorite member of the
Yep.
whole entire,
Yep.
and he's
I
one of the
forget.
one of the OGs. So
I forget which band member it was, but one of them was actually a trainer of the Marines, I believe it was.
Brewer
Lives
said
here in Cheyenne. Dope.
that is awesome. So speaking of lead singers, before Breaking Ben like got new members of the band because of the dispute they had or whatever, um, when I lived in Pennsylvania, the drummer from Breaking Ben literally lived a block over from me.
That's cool.
So that was really his wife would always be at the gas station and she was hopefully the wife's not listening, was hot as hell.
You're not
but
dead. You're fine.
but yeah, like and you always knew it was her because she had a white Escalade with like Michael Myers like head bobblehead thingy like on her mirror. So
Okay.
like you was her all the time and she had like the black tinted windows.
Lead singer for Five Finger. Wait, Ivan lives in Cheyenne?
That's
No
crazy.
shit. I didn't know that Ivan lived in Cheyenne. That is not a place I expected him to live.
Yeah.
I thought he lived in Vegas. Ever heard of 36 Crazy Fists? They are from Alaska. I have not. Um,
It's
I used
funny when
to.
you say that though. Sorry to interrupt.
No, go ahead.
I listen to bands from like the UK. I accidentally stumbled across a band that does like historical type music where they talk about the Great War and stuff like that.
Hmm.
Their name of the band is called Sabaton,
Okay.
and they are so good.
Yep. There's quite a few bands that are from like the UK or Germany or wherever that are like really, really good.
Yeah.
Please don't stalk him, Kyle. Don't tell me what to do, Tara.
Stopping by, Tenor.
Got a bounce dropping some heat in the Hall of Fame. Nice, dude.
So
I
just go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
so I used to live in Arizona, and did you ever hear of the band Tool?
Yes, I'm a fan.
So, oh, okay. Well, I like the music. Um, I don't like the lead singer. If you know who the lead singer is, Maynard James Keenan. Okay, the dude is stone cold nuts. Like, we should send him to like Mars to see if there's life on Mars. Send him. They're gonna send him back because he is that out of this world, out of his mind. Yeah, sure, their music can be good, but he is nuts. Like, I don't even know where to begin. This dude
Ozzy's
is
nuts
out.
too, though.
He is outside of like. It's that bad to where I can't find a word to like tell you what this man is like. When I met him, there is a store up in Jerome, Arizona that he owns. It's called Pucifer.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's huge. Oh my god. It was not okay. The man is just nuts. Sabotage or sabotage. Moody grew up in Denver
Sabaton.
and
So
now
it's Sabaton.
check out Demon Hunter. All right. Great
So
show, fellas. Tool. Their music is good. Demon Hunter is so good. True North, my man. We love Demon Hunter. Maynard and Bjork should collab. Yeah. I used to live in Chandler, Arizona, and Maricopa. I was near Sedona, Joshua, if you know where that is. Have a good one, Chris. You rock, man. My favorite band is 7X. I've never heard of it.
A7X. I don't know what that is.
No idea. Streetlight Manifesto is one of my favorite bands ever. I've never heard of them either. Send me
So
some recommendations, guys. I want to check out whatever you guys are listening to.
so if you check out Sabaton, the song that I recommend is called Bismarck, Bismark, I believe. Is probably one of their, yeah. So
Avenged
everyone's
Sevenfold.
Avenged Sevenfold. I wasn't the biggest fan when I first heard them, although a lot of people aren't fond of their new album, but I am. Like their song Nobody has like this horror movie flick theme to it, but it's so good. It's so good.
Criss Cross is the best band of all time. They can jump, jump. Abigail Williams, really, Chris? They are from the East Coast, In Flames. I think I'm kind of missing the concept of some of these, but that's fine.
Yeah, Sabaton, Bismarck's a good song. There's some others that I can't think of off the top of my head, but they'll have like suggestions like on YouTube, obviously, of other songs. But I do want to wrap up the bodybuilding background real quick.
Go for it, bro.
I had set a post on there, basically that I'm now offering like my experience and stuff that who want to make a change for whether it's like certain things to eat, healthier options, diet plans. Which I made a Facebook group called the Lion's Den, to kind of like put everything in one place, and I'll do like certain things, posts here and there, but like mostly just that page to kind of like help people out, and then just like certain workouts to target certain areas on what you want to work on. um and then me and my Hunter, we basically have the same amount of experience, with lifting weights and whatnot. We both made a pact when we first started that we would never touch performance enhancement drugs like, HGH, steroids, D-ball, all that type of stuff. We've thought about it at certain points, but just like the measures and there's too great a risk. And we've seen so many bodybuilders die at a young age, and they say it's
Mhm.
not steroid use, but you know, it is what it is. People have their opinions and whatnot, but that's
Yep.
kind of like what I got going on with that. Um,
Okay.
uh, so going back to mixing sense, me and
Yep.
you briefly talked about this, and you said that you had no specific like what you put in your beer depending on the season.
Right. Yep.
So this is kind of a two-parted question, is what's your favorite season?
Um, I would say probably the fall. I really
Mhm,
do like October. I like to see the different, leaves changing. Being from upstate New York, seasons got really beautiful around that time. The colder weather was just starting to kind of crisp up.
mhm,
Um, and it wasn't so like overly heavy with snow yet.
uh-huh.
I like, the fall. Like summer can be nice, but like way too hot is way too hot. And then having too much snow all the time, it gets really depressing and just yeah.
I would agree with you on the seasons. Fall is the scenery and the colors make it, you know, granted it is a little chillier. I can handle that. Um, I prefer zip up hoodies, but that might have to change to pullover because the beard and zippers are gonna be an issue.
Yep.
Um, so, but that's a topic we can do for next week with
Sure.
clothing and stuff like that. Um, Winter though, like I don't mind it, but it dries out the face.
Sure. So I mean maybe
So
use a little more oil. I don't know. That could just be,
yeah,
something that we end up having to do.
yeah. And then the second part of this question
Yep.
is go-to scents for beard products, say, depending on the season. And I know you said you really would have to kind of reevaluate what you have and like kind of go from there.
Yeah.
Um, Honestly, I don't really have go-to scents for, say, seasons. I've never really thought about that.
Yeah. I haven't either.
I do have go-to scents to like what I like to put, like depending on what kind of, is it going to be raining out, or is it going to be sunny out, or
Yeah.
um did I have a hard day at work and I want something to kind of like, boost my spirits type of thing. Like I kind of go day to day with like what's the weather, what kind of mood am I in, what would, that type of thing.
Sure.
So, I mean, that's kind of, I think we're both in the same predicament. We don't really have like a seasonal, like what we use or go to. I kind of just, look through my pile and, okay, I'll use this today type of thing.
Yep. Pretty much.
Um, and another, I guess, you have anything that you want to add in between, or should we go on to the next one here?
Go for it, dude.
Me and Kyle were actually talking about this before we even started the stream, and it had something to do with the new thumbnail because I wanted to update it, keep things fresh.
Yep.
Um, Fist bump or handshakes, which one is more respectable? And because I said fist bumps seem to be like more popular anymore, because obviously when COVID happened or when people are sick or they just, it depends on how well you know the person. You don't want to like open hand shake them because, you don't know who they are. You don't know anything about them. So like maybe germs play a factor, or like who knows. So
Yep.
we were kind of like briefly talking about that and just hearing what other people think of in the comments. Like, what do you prefer? What do you think is more of a respect thing? Because obviously handshakes tend to be the go-to, but how do you feel? Is a fist bump or a handshake? What's your preference?
I like what JP just said. Fist bump for people that you really know, handshakes for when meeting someone. I assume that he means like when you're meeting somebody new, whether it
Okay.
be like a job interview or like maybe you're meeting, uh, a date like family that you haven't met yet, or I don't know, maybe like if you see some, a gentleman or a woman that has served in the military, you don't know that person, you want to shake their hand and say thank you for your service kind of thing, rather
Mhm.
than just like put your hand out there. They're going to look at you like, what are you doing? You know what I mean?
Right. And someone said if we tried beard meds, which is like Scuba's own beard oil, and I have not tried that yet.
I have not either. I believe it's the only product he's come out with is just the one oil. And
Yeah.
so I don't really feel the need to try that.
Yeah. It's not something I'm eager for.
Yeah, yeah, it's not on my radar right now. Hunter says fist bump, shake hands. It's important to share germs, keeps you healthy.
I mean, I guess.
You want to
Hmm.
shake my hand?
Mhm.
High fives, Tara. I
Hi.
love it. Feel like
Instead
chest bumps.
instead of blood brothers, you could be germ brothers, and each of you just sneeze in your hands and then shake.
The blend seems a little too simple. I believe it is vanilla and
I think it's
what
vanilla
was
and right?
and what?
I think it's vanilla and bourbon, ain't it?
I don't believe it's bourbon. Um,
Vanilla tobacco. I don't know. Chest
who
bumps.
knows what it is? It's vanilla and something.
Shake hands and immediately apply hand sanitizer without break. I can't find anyone to prescribe me beard RX.
Work on core muscles. I have not tried that. No,
Yeah, the only CBD stuff that I've tried was when Alley Cat was still around and Fable.
I have a couple of products from Fable. Um, they're okay. They're not like anything that I'm like, oh my god, you guys really got to try this.
Yeah. I have a couple CBD balms from them. One's a non-scented and one's a coffee roast.
I have the coffee roast as well. I believe it's called the Scribe.
The roaster.
No, I think it's called the Scribe.
Oh, I have the roaster.
Oh, okay. So they have another one then. I was thinking the carrier blend. I don't know what his carrier blend is, if that's what you were referring to.
You want to move on to the topic that you recommended?
Go for it.
I've only had Magic City CBD, and it feels. See, I haven't tried Magic Cities yet.
Alley Cat is Fire have a bunch of their products. I stocked up. Yeah, I do wish that he would bring those back, but to each their own. I still have some AC CBD jukebox 1000 meg. Jesus, okay. Did it
Yeah,
work for any
I don't
finger
have
needs?
Xbox. I have Ruckus and what's the other one I have? Fizz 182.
Okay.
Fizz 182 kind of like you can smell carbonation. It's pretty good. How did it go from so many companies have CBD beard oil and now only? See, I don't know. That's a good question, Brewer. I'm not sure.
I
I
know
know
that Beard Octane has a CBD, like a whole CBD line.
not anymore. They got rid of it.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
What?
Apparently, they said they were just, well, Dan C said they were trying to downsize because they have so much. So they kind of like did a huge sale and then ended it.
I haven't bought anything from Beard Octane in probably over a year.
Same. I wanted to try CBD stuff, but I just didn't have, the funds for it at the time. Too much leeward.
Too much red tape. Yeah, probably. Bird oil on a regular basis. Nope. I'm not, but Chris loves his bird oils.
See, here's the thing. I wasn't a fan of it for the longest time, but with the inflammation and irritation for my face, um, it kind of became a must. And the only bird oils I have are from West Y, which is an emu. Until I just got Angry Redhead Grooming, which has two oils that I love, which are emu and castor. So
Okay.
I have two now. CBD is expensive. I assume
Oh
that it
yeah, it
is.
is. Absolutely, it is 100%. It's still not publicly understood on what it is.
See, people think that here's the thing from what I gathered from people, yes, West Y, I believe, is just for bird oils. I would agree with that. They think that it's going to put THC in their system and then they would fail a drug test. But
It's
CBD has
not.
no THC in it whatsoever.
I like Jay's Angry Redhead and West Y bird oils. See,
Yeah.
the only like real bird oils I think I've ever really tried came from Black Rebel.
Mm.
That was
Ostrich.
that was my experience with like the bird oils. I was kind of thrown off by that, but in fact, I will experiment right now. Again, I'm itching. My topical is rose hip, almond oil, peppermint, frankincense, and tea tree. Okay, cool.
So jumping into what you recommended was using only oils
Yep,
and haven't tried companies.
yep. And I will talk a lot more about that in my live stream later on today. But yes, we can start that right now. Even with THC in it, it will not get you high or go into the bloodstream when used as topical. Mark is completely right.
Yep.
Or I'm sorry, Sockeye. Chris is right. Sorry, Mark. I thought that was yours. Um, I think West Y has great feel and beard. I prefer more scent complexity. I like the scents. I've tried but not found any I love. Keep trying.
Yeah.
But yes, so I'm gonna turn around really quickly. Apparently my stick here does not feel like working. Um, but I'm gonna move this down. So my companies that I only had oils from right here is gonna be Sockeye.
Hmm.
Okay, that's one of them. I do have Lucky Boy Beard Co.
Okay.
I haven't even opened these oils yet, so I haven't tried it yet. Um, and then Red Mountain Grooming Company. So I don't have butters for any of these companies. And so I will be talking more about that later. But I really do want to try each and every single one of these. And so I really want to, give it a good try and be very honest and forthcoming as to how my skin, reacts since I haven't tried these companies yet before. Um, how I feel without having the butters to go with it. I do have an Artist Man unscented butter like you do, so I'm wondering if I should like just kind of like take a dollop each day with one of these and just like drop a few drops on that, so that way it's like that. But then I almost feel like I was not really trying just the oil itself.
Hmm. So I don't know. I mean, I've experimented with smoking marijuana at certain points in my life.
Right.
Obviously, I don't do it anymore. I haven't done it in years, but
Yeah, no. I don't think that that's accurate. If it's topical, you're not going to fail a test. It's not getting into your bloodstream. That will not happen. Lux needs to add bird oils. I only have very few from Lux.
yeah, I have. I like I said, I have the Harvester. I have a custom blend. I have the one. I think it was JP sent me of the American.
Right.
Um, and then I have a couple. I think I have like 5 or 6 samples
Okay.
of like the Woodsman, Holy. I think it's Holy. I don't know. I would have to go through and look, but um, yeah. I mean, I don't do it anymore. I think I don't know. I at that point when I stopped doing it and stopped doing caffeine at the same time, it kind of like sent my body into like
Yeah.
a weird tangent and
A good opinion.
time.
I agree, Dagan, for sure. I definitely want to try just the oils.
Yeah.
Lux is definitely in my top three companies. I probably
20,
have 25 to 30 ish from Lux. Wow. Wow, dude. That's quite a collection just from that company.
yeah.
Wow.
I have that in just barn brand products of oils and butters of like 25, 30 different ones.
Huh. Holy wowza. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Balms, I don't like balms that I have a very hard time of getting it out. I understand that, the wax plays a factor in that, but I'm just not if I have a really hard time getting it out, I kind of like I don't know. Maybe it's just me and I need to like do more research and like educate myself a little bit more. But so far I really like True North's beard balm and I love EDC's beard balm as well.
Right.
Um yeah, that's just me. Yeah, the custom experience with Mr. Lux is really good. Another one that I don't talk enough about for the custom in the way she like the whole process, and she's a badass at what she does, is Tanya from Rockaholic Grooming. My experience with her, it was easy. It's like we knew each other for years, and the process was just so easy. Like I have a custom called Sharp Dressed Man and Freebird, which are both musical based tributes and tributes to my dad. Freebird, obviously, Leonard Skinner, Sharp Dressed Man, ZZ
Nice.
Top, and yeah, she's basically all rock based, like Ozzy, Van Halen, like everything you could think of that like classic type stuff.
That's what I grew up on.
Yeah, me too. But Rockaholic, she's out of London, Ontario, Canada.
Okay.
So
Oh, I forgot one company that is supposedly sending me something. Top Hat is supposed to be
yeah,
sending me some things.
okay,
So I'll be having that at some point whenever he ships things to me. No reason
okay.
to go to that at all.
By the way, I don't know. I didn't put out a video yet. That's another one that's on the list. Is from Bay Area Beard Co. When I got won that giveaway for the huge, I think it was a 8 ounce whipped butter Florida Blanca.
Yeah.
It was super good. And then I got 2 oils, which was an orange creamsicle cologne and Exodus.
Okay.
So I have yet to do one on that as well.
Awesome.
Yeah, I BGG for sure.
Oh, dang,
She
got
has
a leather coffee scent.
she has a very good custom price. It's $15 in Canada and $20 in for the US shipped.
Yep.
And like I said, she's got her own podcast on YouTube, which I still need to check out. Um, but yeah, like she's killing it. She's an awesome person. She's can be wild with her posts, which is awesome
Yeah.
because companies need to like differentiate. I've seen so many companies that kind of like use and recycle the type of content they push, in
Right.
certain ways and how like they brand themselves, which, is okay as a startup company, but using EDC as an example, they've already differentiated themselves from how they are coming up by the products that they're putting out. Like, I don't
Right.
know, you have probably seen it. He's got this, what looks to be a pocket knife is actually a beard comb.
Yep.
That's freaking awesome.
I'm excited to get that.
So,
I actually
yeah,
have their bug out bag over here someplace. This is
Yeah, I'm gonna get with you, Sakai, after the stream to talk a little bit more. I do follow you on Instagram, and I don't know. I got to check for Facebook.
yep.
But yeah, man, you have a big collection already of EDC, so that's really cool too.
That's because I'm like kind of an affiliate of his, so he
Mhm.
sends me everything.
Right, right.
And kind of like how he sent you a surprise package, bro. I used to get like 2 to 3 every couple of weeks from him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was surprised, and I
he
decided
likes
to
to
do
do that.
an unboxing of that stuff, and yeah, I'm really surprised. I'm actually thinking about doing a mixed scent since I'm going to be doing the
Yep.
beard balm for a month and see how it goes now
Okay.
because of brewer said kind of like struck me to like let's do something different.
Right.
uh, I'm going to mix the Drunken Apples beard balm sample that he sent me with something that's going to be completely out of the ordinary, and I'm gonna do a post on it, probably do a short on YouTube and then like a regular post on Instagram tomorrow morning.
Yep.
Yes,
EDC
EDC does
has
have strong, long last. Yes.
very strong. I love it. I like strong scents.
Um,
JP,
but yeah,
some of I loved it.
I'm
And
gonna
then
do
there
it.
was the base.
I'm gonna do another mix for sure.
I'm wondering, so okay, this is my box. I put all the names in it for the giveaway. I don't know if I want to do it on my live or if I want to do it after a video tomorrow. I have yet to decide.
Okay.
So I'll figure that out soon.
You will be pleasantly surprised, Mark, for
Yep,
EDC.
definitely.
It is a light viscosity, but like I said, it's wonderful. Or yeah,
Yep.
excuse me, wonderful.
Yep.
I've
What's up,
put it in
Brad?
the morning. Hey, what's up, Prez?
Butter bomb in the morning and butter at night. Right on.
Hold
Dagon's
on a
got a
second.
review.
I've drawn back. You use oil, butter, and
And butter
balm,
in the morning.
all three.
It's a really good scent, JP.
I'm a little thrown back. Like he oil, balm, or oil, butter, and balm, like all three.
Yep.
I just need a confirmation. Oh,
Yep. There you go. There you
you gotta
go.
slow. You gotta slow down, brewer. I gotta try the balm for a whole month first, man. Now you got me want to try butter and jeez.
So Brewer and I actually might be going to Denver next Saturday. I still got to talk to the wife and see if we had any prior plans. She's at
Okay.
work right now, to see if she would want to go with us. But he invited me earlier today. It's in Denver. It's a beard competition and at the Denver Tattoo Convention. And I was like, oh, Brewer, I was like, don't tell me that. I was like, you're gonna find me over at the tattoo convention way more.
Yeah.
Which I am thinking about getting another tattoo here shortly.
I think I'm gonna regret asking this, but I'm still gonna do the balm trial for a month.
Go for it.
What does the oil, butter, balm in the morning actually do for you, brewer? Like, what makes the butter and balm like? I'm just curious to like, what does that actually do? You like using all three at once?
I need some more tats. Yeah, Dagon.
I got 4.
Hey man, it is what it is. It's not the quantity, it's quality.
My biggest one is this one for when I started bodybuilding. I got this meathead tattoo, and that's basically what they call a bodybuilder. And it's just like this is my favorite one out of every single one.
Right on. I haven't gotten ink in years. Dude, I haven't either because I don't trust people. Like, I used to have one artist, okay? And
That
it's hard
experience
to
right there.
it's hard to find another artist that you really put that trust into. Butter in the
Yeah.
South is not good in the summer during daytime, or at least not for me. Would love to hear about others. Um, huh. I have no problems with it, and yeah, I used to live in Florida, so yeah.
I gotta read that from Brewer real quick. It feels good to me. Just makes sense for me. Oil for the skin, obviously. Butter to soften the beard. Okay. And
Yep.
balm for the.
Yep.
See, I don't know. Like, I think that would be too much for me.
Yeah, it would be for me too. I just think that he has a much longer beard, so
Yeah.
it's possible that it does something for him that it wouldn't do for you and I.
Right.
Just possible. JP wax and beard. Yeah, it's not for me either, bro.
I've tried mustache wax and I hated it. I did not like it at all.
What products do you use for date night? Next, your oil and balm, right? Oh man. Thanks, Kyle. I'll try again, but I didn't like it the first time. It's all good, dude. To each their own, man. Like whatever works for me could work for Chris. Like it, whatever. Like to each their own. If it works for
Trial
you,
and error,
awesome.
man.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
beauty
for
of the
sure.
beer boys.
Yep, for sure. 100%.
I might use butter at night a couple times a week. Okay.
Yep.
Hey, Honest Amish is a good alternative. Like if you're strapped for funds and you like, the 2 ounce beard oil for like less than $20.
Yep. Back in 2017, I like balm in my beard during summers though. Wax sounds too much. Yeah, pretty much.
So I have one last topic to hit, and this was kind of like a, last, hour before the show was people we idolize or kind of like, role models to us. Could be personal, could be celebrity, whatever the case may be. Like what motivates you, through these icons, so to speak.
Um, right now, people that motivate me is Chris, Tara, and Lee. Like those three people to me are just really behind me 110%. They've definitely shown me that they believe in me. They've motivated me. They've kind of
Mhm.
lit a fire underneath my ass, trying to really work as hard as I can. Um, my late grandfather was definitely
Oh,
my
James.
idol, you know. What's up, dude? Yeah. Those were definitely my idols.
Awesome. Um, so I mean, the wrestling world has always been, like a huge thing for me. I've been watching it since I was 3 years old. I grew up with Stone Cold, and John Cena became, one of my favorites for the longest time. He's kind of like semi-retired now. He's been making returns ever since like Hollywood took a strike. And there was a surprise turn on SmackDown this Friday. It's been
I
10 years
caught it. Yeah, I
since
caught
The
it.
Rock has returned,
Yeah, I caught it.
and he went ham on Austin Theory, and it was funny. Like he had the whole crowd chant for like 10 minutes. You are an asshole, and
Yeah.
it,
I saw him and Pat McAfee.
yeah. Um, but it's like certain people in wrestling, like The Rock, John Cena, and Stone Cold, motivate me because even at their age, they still are in like crazy physical shape. And just like The Rock, just alone, is probably the most motivated man in history.
Yep.
Like he owns the XFL now. He is a wrestling icon. He owns his own liquor company. His box office hits in movies, and there's no stopping that man. And he's just finds somehow to balance life, family, movies, interviews. Like it's just crazy. And
Yeah.
you can't help but to respect and idolize that. And when he returned on SmackDown, it just gave me a whole like boost in confidence and everything.
Tara.
You missed it. Oh God. But yeah, definitely like I think the whole bearded community as a whole motivates me. Like just watching other content creators gives me motivation to keep doing what I'm doing. Um,
Definitely.
True North has been behind me, like kind of like shoving me, like keep going, keep going, keep
Yep.
going.
Yep.
Getting that surprise package from Lee and like just made me feel like I have an importance to the bearded community.
Yep.
Because like I said, like my wife's like, "Were you expecting a package?" And I'm like, "No, I
Yep.
wasn't."
Yep.
So when I got that, I'm like, wow, like I it kind of like gave me goosebumps. It's like,
Yeah.
I made a name for myself in something that, I didn't know like how many people actually really knew me. Like I started talking with Ken Sconson, um, and just people and companies that know who I am. And it's crazy. Like True North's always telling me that, him and Dan C are, talking about me and upcoming YouTubers, you, me, and a couple other guys. And it's just good to know that we're, a positive direction. Um, that, we're doing good and
Yeah,
we're gonna be okay type of thing.
yeah, for sure.
I should use the same line on my wife. What line is that? I must have missed something there.
But really, I mean, if you think about it, our community is what really inspires me.
Yeah.
We're every single one of us. We're all here to help each other, to learn from each other, to succeed together, to inform each other. To me, we're motivating each other. We're here for a purpose. So, oh, jeez, we're expecting a package.
I
Well,
oh man. I don't know what to say to that. I really
you should dress up all in like brown, whatever. Just like
I'm
carry it with you.
I'm just like I'm gonna tell her I have to go somewhere real quick and put on my Amazon stuff and knock on the door. Are you expecting a package?
Oh, Jesus.
That's all I gotta say. I mean, I could think of
Oh,
something else to say, but that would just be too inappropriate.
we're gonna leave that one be.
Yeah.
Thank you, JP, for lightening the whole like
Yeah.
live stream.
Oh boy. Uh
But yeah, my inspiration is all of you. Every single one of you.
Absolutely. I gotta gather myself from that. Whoa.
Oh man.
In costume, yeah. um so I guess, how was the week?
It was all right, lots I had a lot happen as far as, you know, my push to 200 lately. Like
Yeah,
it's been insane for me this week, and it's been a lot of fun. It really
yeah,
has.
for sure. Yeah, and I like watching the ride along, like it's crazy, like when you first start, as a content creator, you're not really sure what to expect.
For sure.
So it's like when you reach these milestones, like I remember my crawl to like my first 100 happened quicker than I even like could ever like, you know, fathom. And it's
Totally.
just each milestone you hit, like you just become more humbled, like,
Yep,
because obviously, like, don't ever take anything for granted, which, you said in your live stream, and, just feeling so blessed because for me in the bearded community, my goal is to just help mainstream the beard community and make it bigger than what it's already, become, and just like to help any company, like no matter how small batch or what their goals are, like I want to see all companies succeed. Like
for sure.
there's so many out there that have so much to offer, and there's some that would say that it's oversaturated, but competition is good.
Yeah.
Like there could be 20,000 people that love True North and only 2,000 that like a company that I just got done talking to was WildStar.
Yep.
But it's like you're gonna have certain people, this is the company that I represent, or this is the company that like I don't want to be like it's the word I'm looking for. Like there are companies that I rep harder than others, but I
Yeah.
don't want to be a poster boy just for one company. Like I want to help everybody,
Sure.
in the best way that I can, whether I'm buying your product or just helping you, with the platform that I have set up for myself to, post a story that you posted, or hey, you're just opening up. This is the labels you create, posting that and like kind of getting it out there.
Right.
But this past week for me, as obvious, has been probably the roughest in a long time. Friday was probably the highlight of the rough, part of the week. I was, with the anxiety and, just feeling down and defeated and wanting to give up and stuff like that. Obviously, I won't ever do that. It's not in my vocabulary and mindset to do those things. But I was driving in Sayre, and at around 3 o'clock, I was looking for a package, had my four ways on parked and stuff like that. If you're affiliated with a company like Dancy Beard, it seems that's okay. Is he close to Beard Octane? I mean, he's an affiliate for them.
Oh boy.
So, I mean, I don't know like what you mean by close, but like I said, I was looking for a package. The What makes a company one of your favorites? The way the product works for you, the scent profiles, the owner, something. So
All of the above. All the
pretty much
above.
all of the above. Um, Customer satisfaction and shipping and just overall experience with how you're treated, I think plays a very big role.
Yep.
I've bought from companies that there was no communication really, and shipping took
Forever.
forever. That definitely makes me not want to buy from a company ever again.
Yeah.
Definitely feeling beard, scent strength, and quality is everything. Like the first thing I do, um, when I look at a beard company before I even buy, I look at ingredients. Ingredients are the most important thing. If you, not saying that because no company I've ever like found has like silicone or fillers or anything like that, but there are ingredients that I look for in an oil, butter, whatever. Um, and then the next thing would be like I like to talk to the owners and see what kind of person they are, and like the customer owner type of relationship we can potentially have to like, because obviously I'm going to do a review on that company, and like if I like it, I want to keep doing business with that company.
Sure.
So like feeling beard, scent is like the last thing I look for. Obviously you want your beard to smell good, you want it to last, but it's like not the most important thing. Most important is ingredients, feeling beard, and how long that feeling beard is going to last,
Sure.
but customer satisfaction is everything. Like True North, EDC, I feel like family to buying from those companies. Same with Luxurious Bastard and Rockaholic and West Y and all of that.
Right.
Um, but continuing on, the vehicle was off the house, like because I was parked in front of a driveway. Streets are so like limited to where I can actually park. I'm not supposed to park in driveways or on opposite side of the street, even though sometimes I do that. Um, then the lady starts, I see reverse lights, and I'm like, oh no. So I try grabbing for my seatbelt so I could move because I don't know the intention there. No time to put on my seatbelt. She's backing up. I hit the horn. She keeps backing up. So I lay on the horn. And then next thing I know, slammed right into my sliding door. And I'm like, are you kidding me? So she goes back into the driveway, parks. I call my boss and I'm like, I was like, I'm in Sarah right now. I have a problem. This lady just slammed into my siding door. And he says, well, take pictures of both vehicles, call the police, did all that. And the lady, the whole entire time, tried to pin it on me. She said, oh, I would have just moved the van without a seatbelt. And I'm like, well, first of all, that sounds really bad that you would even think about doing that. And number two, I have protocols. I move without a seatbelt. The warehouse gets a message, and I have cameras in the van
Right.
that if I move without a seatbelt, I'm going to get a violation. And that goes on my record.
Right.
She's like, well, if you had your blinker working on this side because there was water in it, then I would have saw you. And I was like, I got a big blue van. How do you not see that with a backup camera, 2 side mirrors, and a rear view? Like, what? And then she's like, well, you should have honked. And I was like, I did honk twice. And then it's like, you should have parked in their driveway. I was like, not allowed to park in their driveway. So, like, no matter what, like, she didn't do no fault at all. So, fast forward, I get done with my route at about 7:30, and they want me to go rescue. And I'm like, after the day I've had and the week I've had, I was like, you know what? Maybe I can turn a negative into positive and help someone else out. So I agree to it. I take like 17 packages off of them, which is like 12 stops extra. It's pitch black. I can't see nothing outside. So I immediately regret it. But granted, I got it done. I helped someone else out that seemed to be having a worse day than I was.
Wow.
And it made me feel better in that aspect that, like, I'm not the only one having a bad day. So I'm kind of doing something positive in that aspect.
Right on.
Let's catch up with the comments here. I haven't tried Rockaholic yet. Yeah, definitely something to keep eye out for.
Sure.
I haven't streamed in a long time. Talking about some video games there.
Does your truck sound like a dying duck?
Um, any shout outs, Kyle?
I mean, again, Chris, Tara, and Lee. I actually have to start cutting this short in just a few minutes. I'll be going live here on my channel in like a half an hour. I want to get something to eat really quickly. So yeah, those are my shout outs for this week.
All right. And, like I said, I just want to shout out the beard community for, helping us both out and trying
Of
to,
course.
get us subbed
Absolutely.
up here. And, that's just my shout out. To wrap things up, I thank Kyle for joining me on the stream. It was awesome to watch the stream with you and Brewer today.
Thank you.
And I subbed to his channel. I guess I wasn't sub, but now I am. And yeah, I mean, obviously, helping me get to 200 subs so we can do the giveaway with True North.
Sure.
That partnered with me and Kyle to keep, moving forward with his channel. We appreciate you joining, the live stream as always. We appreciate reading the comments. And was it JP that did that, highlight of the stream of yeah, that was the highlight for sure. Until next Sunday, I'm back to regular scheduling, unless,
cool.
But yeah, this was an awesome stream. Every stream we do gets better, gets more entertaining. So
Agreed.
Definitely keep it moving. Any last words?
Thanks for coming in.
Absolutely. Until next Sunday.
We'll see y'all later.